Show.
What is up, Storm Chasers? Look. Y'all read the title. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Your boy was served a cease and desist a few days ago. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just come on and talk about it. Let's get into it. I've been given some more details about the whole situation after the fact. I looked a little deeper into the shit after the fact. And I do have Essie with me. She's gonna come back in at the end. You want to say hi, Essie?
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Let's get this. Let's do it. Yes.
So I'm gonna tell the story, then I'm gonna bring you back in at the end. All right?
Okay.
All right, I got you. All right. Shout out to Essie Berry. So, if y'all remember, about a month ago, I want to say about 30 days 34 days ago. It was about a month ago. I did this interview with the gentleman by the name of, wait a minute, I got to share the screen. All right. This guy right here, Braxton Wells, okay? And the title of the video was Braxton Wells. He drugged me, violated me, and gave me herpes. Full interview on Tyler Perry Studios VP. This is Braxton Wells. He is an actor, okay? You guys have seen him in The Oval, where he did 2 episodes. That's a Tyler Perry studio production back in 2022. Latest thing you've seen him in was in Clean Slate in 2025, and he has credits that goes all the way back to 2019. So he is an actor. When he was on The Oval, his role was not that big. He was like a cult member. It says uncredited, so I don't know if that's like a SAG thing. I don't know what that means, but anyway, nonetheless, there he is right there. And I got another. Let me go to bam, and there he is right there. Y'all remember when he joined the show? Okay, so this gentleman by the name of Braxton Wells had alleged that the Tyler Perry Studios senior vice president by the name of Mark Swinton drugged him, raped him, and violated him, and gave him genital herpes. Point blank, period. That was the accusation, okay? So originally, when Braxton first told his story, and speaking of that, I'll take y'all right to his Instagram. When Braxton first told his story, as y'all remember, with these videos right here, I was the one that broke it, okay? So I simply broke it. I broke the story. I ain't add nothing to it. These were Braxton words. These was not Storm's words. These were Braxton words. Don't y'all remember? Okay. So I'm the one that broke it on YouTube with nobody else talking about it on YouTube before me. And for anybody in the chat that's talking about Storm, why you always saying you broke a story? Storm, why you got to tell us? Bitch, because I can, and bitch, because I want my credit. And if I got to be the one to take the hits on the back end when somebody mad at me, I want the motherfucking credit on the good end too. So now, okay, y'all may be like, damn, who is Mark Swinton? Okay, so I'm going to show you, right? Mark E. Swinton is the senior vice president at Tyler Perry Programming, okay? He has been with Tyler Perry Studios for a long time, okay? As you guys can see, this is straight from their website. There go a picture of him there, all right? It says he has worked in LA and Atlanta for the past 25 years, produced several of Tyler Perry's productions, The Oval, which is what Braxton was on, Sisters, Ruthless, Bruh, Young Dylan. Y'all get it, okay? Then even when you Google him, Mark Swinton seems to be somewhat of like a private man. Let me double back. Mark definitely is a private man. He don't have much social media out there. It's not a whole lot you can find on him. So he moves like an old school private gay man. Point blank. That's just how he moves. But I found some videos of him, and we looked at it last time, and I want to just go back and just listen to him speak Okay, just a little bit. Okay, just to confirm some things, you know. Let's just play this here. We're gonna be right back.
To be here with people who get it, people who understand that this world is what we make it, and that it takes all of us working together to do our part to make this world a better place. So I am incredibly inspired and humbled by your presence here today. I am a storyteller. I have spent my entire
Man got a big back.
adult life in the theater, on television studio,
No shade.
in television studios and film studios, and definitely telling stories is what I do. But as I knew I was coming to speak here today.
Okay. So is it safe to say most likely? Is it safe to say that most likely this is a gay man? Okay. My whole point of bringing all this up is that I was told from a little birdie more information on the real relationship between Braxton Wells and Mark Swinton. And they basically, allegedly, were in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying the grape did not happen, because you can be in a consensual relationship and still get grapes. You understand? But from what I have been told, there are many parts of the story that Braxton is leaving out, parts of text messages that Braxton is purposely cropping out. So we don't know the full context of his and Mark's relationship. So y'all follow me. Y'all follow me, right? And even if you look at how Mark looked and you look at how Braxton looked, niggas like Mark love niggas like Braxton. Y'all know, old school, dark skin, gay niggas, gay queen, what they call them queens back in the day, old school, black, dark skinned gay queens in the community, right? Especially those that are overweight and unattractive, love light-skinned niggas like Braxton. They trick off on light-skinned dudes like Braxton. They buy them Hellcats. They sign for them apartments. I'm just saying. Now, sometimes the dark skin one is the top, and sometimes the dark skin one is the bottom. We just keeping it real. There's a lot of dark skin bottoms, especially out there in Atlanta, that done got their credit fucked up by light skin long dick trade. And the trade usually look a little something like a Braxton Wells, a Christian Keys, a Sky Black, that kind of look. We just telling the truth. Listen, if you got kids in the room, get them out the room, because we got to break it all down. Gay niggas love niggas that look like this. Right. Iggy Green said, where's the lie? Where's the lie? We're telling the truth. Look, Exoticals, thank you. I got plenty gay friends. They fight over light-skinned, brown-skinned dudes, especially if they have like curly hair. A lot of times in the gay community, you will see a couple, and it's a dark-skinned black dude with like some kind of Latin dude, an Afro-Latin, but light eyes, good, quote-unquote, good hair, light skin, thin, abs, thin but thick in the booty. They go crazy for that. All right? Now, that being said, okay, we got some more pictures of Mark and Tyler. All right? And, I mean, do I need to say any more? I think y'all got the point. Okay, I think I got the point. So let's move along and let's get into this cease and desist. Okay, it says, to whom it may concern. First off, it was sent via email. They put both emails on there. Okay, it says, to whom it may concern, we represent Mark Swinton. This letter serves as a cease and desist demand regarding false and defamatory statements made by you regarding Mr. Swinton. If you are represented by counsel, please forward this letter and ask that your attorney immediately contact me regarding the matter set forth herein. We have been informed that you are currently making and or perpetrating demonstrably, damn, that word messing me up, false, defamatory, and disparaging remarks about Mark Swinton in material posted on YouTube under the name Storm Monroe. These materials include the following videos, and it named the 3 videos, okay? Bada boom, bada boom, bada bang. Now, mind you, wait a minute. The first video where it says BET's Oval actor Braxton Wills outs Echo a Goose at Tyler Perry Studios, they covered it up. I was just reposting what Braxton said. I was literally just reposting from Instagram to YouTube. Those ain't my words. Those are Braxton's words. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, number one, why they not coming for Braxton, especially after they gave him a settlement. We're going to get into that. And especially after Braxton signed an NDA that he is technically breaking. We're going to get into that. But why are they not serving him anything? Number one. Number two, it seems as if I am the only one that has received a cease and desist. So why, out of all the publications that have talked about this story on Instagram and YouTube and everything else, why is Storm the only one that has received a cease and desist? Because everybody did not receive it. They may have served him too. I don't know. But why they didn't serve TMZ? Why they didn't serve Yahoo.com? I went and did the screenshots. I found 40 other YouTube channels talking about the exact same story. You said someone else got served. Everybody didn't get served. I contacted at least 2 bloggers that I know that did not get served. If anybody else got served, y'all let me know. But this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit, especially when it was not Storm's problem. We simply talked about the news. Morelli just did a story today. Why is it always coming to Storm? That's what I don't understand. They said you said you broke the story first, so maybe that's why you got served. But I wasn't the biggest. Oh, hold up. We're going to get into that too about Tasha K, because he actually did the exclusive interview over there. All right. So now there is that. Hold on. I want to read y'all the rest. Hold on. Let me find the second page of the cease and desist. Okay. And okay, let's go back. All right, cool. Second page. It says it says that you stated that Braxton was raped and or sexually assaulted by Swinton. This is false. You are at best perpetuating a fake story that could expose you to significant liability and damages. We demand that you immediately remove or edit the above referenced video and any other similar videos immediately. Cease and desist the use of Mr. Swinton's name and image in connection to your video, and cease and desist any further suggestion that Mr. Swinton engaged in any criminal conduct against Mr. Wells. Okay. And then it said they gave me 2 days to remove the videos. If I don't, I'm at risk of legal remedies. They could obtain a court order, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So that's what it was. So boom, as soon as I got that cease and desist, I think I actually hit up Essie first because we was already talking about something else. But then I texted Braxton. I said, I got a cease and desist, sir. Did you get one too? Like, what's up? And I sent a copy to him too. So I'm gonna keep it real in case he want to post that. I sent a copy of it to him too. And Braxton was like, nah, I didn't get one. But don't worry about it though. And then Braxton proceeds to call me, and lists all these laws, and he says they broke and how I'm protected, even though Braxton is not an attorney. Okay. And Braxton, from my opinion, I don't feel like he really read that settlement that he got, but we're gonna get into that a little later. Okay. But he's trying to give me advice. And he goes, yeah, I did. And then he goes, because we was on the phone, and then he goes, well, hey, don't worry about it. If they take you to court, then they'll have to subpoena me and just have them subpoena me. And I sat back and said, wait a minute. Because I went and checked Tasha K's YouTube page. I didn't see the video on there. Now, I don't know if he originally did the video on her website or the YouTube channel or what, but I didn't see it there. So anyway, I said, damn, okay. I think she took us down. But anyway, I said, am I being used so Braxton can have another date in court with Mark? Because remember when Braxton came on the show, right? He clicked the link. Matter of fact, let me just tell the story of Braxton coming on the show while we at it. Shit. Let's just get into it. Damn, I had to find those texts. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so while we got that there, because I put that text up too. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Bam, there we go. So Braxton first started talking about his situation with Mark, his allegations, July 5th, 2025. Okay. Then he started really making videos July 6th, 2025. So July 5th, July 6th, I caught those videos, right? I started reposting them. I hit him up in the DM right away, as y'all see at 12:18 p.m. I said, hey, Braxton, this is Storm. I got your number saved. I got his number from the DM. He said, I got you. So we were supposed to do an interview sometime on the 7th or the 8th. Sometime on the 7th or the 8th, we were supposed to do an interview. But when the 7th came, was the 7th, because I said, are we good for the day? On the 7th, I hit him up. I said, hey, are we still good for the day? He said, hey, I'm sorry, I forgot to contact you. I'll be on with this lady. I'm sorry, I forgot to contact you. It starts at 4:30, and he sent me Tasha K's YouTube page. So I said, okay, Tasha K got the exclusive. That's where he wants to, tell his story first. So after he did that, since she got the exclusive, I said, okay, that's no problem. Is this an exclusive interview with her? He said, yes. I said, okay, gotcha. I'll be tuning in. Have a good one. I left it at that. I forgot all. When I tell you, I let that nigga go when he said he gave the exclusive to her. I said, okay, fuck it. Okay, cool. All right. I'll catch the repost and I'm still going to talk about it. So as you guys know, and y'all tell me in the chat, did they go live on YouTube or did they go live on her website? I'm not finna go pay for her website, but let me know because I could not find a video on her YouTube page, but maybe it's mixed in with like other topics and I'm just missing it. Y'all let me know in the chat. Okay. So then moving along from that. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. Boom. Okay. So as y'all remember, July 7th, that night, I went live just talking about the situation. I wasn't expecting Braxton to hit the link. I wasn't expecting for him to jump in the chat. I was not expecting it. Okay, you said probably on the website, probably. So y'all remember we was going live, we was doing our thing, we was talking, boom, Braxton hit the link. I did an impromptu interview, and then here we are today, okay? That interview went up, I I chopped it up. Oh, hold up. Okay. I chopped it up, put it back up, and ran the numbers up, all right? And so, as you guys know, at the end of the day, I'm human like anybody else. And when you hear these stories and when you're talking to these people, just like it's traumatic for them, I take on some of that energy too. So as Braxton was telling his story, I started to physically feel sad, feel depressed, get hot. I'm like, damn, this really happened to you? And I'm not just even thinking about him. I'm thinking about the fact that, this could happen to me. This could happen to anybody. Because we're in an industry where networking is anything, but you can go to any event, somebody slips some in your drink, they slip some in your soda, they slip some in your water, and they take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? We've heard these stories in the industry time and time again. And so I resonated with him. And so for me to do this interview, a month later, I'm getting a cease and desist, and they coming at me, I really started to stress the fuck out. I'm going to keep it real. Because I'm like, oh, Lord, not again. Not again. Why they always fucking with me? Not again. Like, damn. Can I just make my content and go about my business? Like, why do I have to stop what I'm doing, stop my money flow to address the situation, consult an attorney, consult this, consult that? I'm like, this is mentally messing with me now, because ultimately it's messing with my money. Because y'all already know my first thought is, damn, I don't need them contacting Google. I don't need no smoke. I want no smoke. I want no smoke. But at what point can we just come on and give our content? At what point can we just come on and get and do our content, create our content? I felt like I remained neutral. I really did my best to just allow him to tell the story, ask questions, you know, where I thought it made sense, where some things did not make sense and some things were not clear. And that was all I could do. But when I tell you this last week has been super stressful, super depressing, because once again, it's some bullshit. And on top of all of that, when I contact other bloggers and they're like, we ain't been served nothing. I'm like, damn. So I am literally being targeted. I am purposefully being targeted. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I am purposely being targeted out of all of the publications. Over 40 YouTube channels did this story. You go into Google, yahoo.com, tmz.com. I think people.com picked it up too. Media Takeout. And I know Media Takeout is Media Takeout. But y'all get my point. Publications with millions of followers. I went ahead and took the videos down. Don't get me wrong. But guess what? It's still out there from the other publications. Even if I keep my stories down, there are publicized articles on Braxton's allegations. Me taking my videos down ain't gonna change shit. It's really not. So the shit had my anxiety fucking up, my depression. Like, I was over here freaking out, honestly. And I had to be calmed down. Like, I'm on the phone for hours to calm down and just to breathe and to know that it's gonna be okay. But the fact that I continue to be targeted, I can't deal with that no more. Something's got to change. So now, with that being said, let's move on. I sat back after everything and I said, damn, what made these niggas that mad? And what made them that mad at me, right? Now, keep in mind, Braxton made mention of this night here. Hold on, SF, I'm finna bring up the thing right now. Okay. Braxton made mention of this night, January 6, 2022, when he alleges that the grape happened, all right? According to Braxton, him and Mark went out drinking. They went back to Mark's house. They had another drink. Braxton started to feel funny, according to him. And when he woke up, he had these Apple Pays, 3,000, 3,980. Okay. And when he went to go take a shower, he had some blood on a towel, according to Braxton. And when Braxton asked Mark what happened, Mark told him they had sex. Braxton claims he did not want to go to a hospital in Atlanta because he was with the VA and he's a veteran. He waited until he got back to California a couple days later to go to the doctor. And eventually he said he tested positive for herpes and sued later. And here we are, right? Now, when Braxton shows this text on his...
Storm, hold up. I have to say something, Storm, so they'll know. Okay, you guys, Storm is explaining a lot of things right now, but I really have to say he's calmer than he was these last couple of days. Storm was emotional. He was upset, and the person he stayed on the phone with was me for hours. So we just want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. At the end of the day, some things that he said in the beginning that I'm going to correct. I just want to say when he said about the black skin, dark skin, light skin, that's all over the world. Darker people like light-skinned people like dark people. It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. That is what it is in this situation. When Storm got the cease and desist, they said that they wanted him to get to his representatives. So we're going to show you what Storm did. But Storm going all the way back now because this whole thing was an interview. This whole thing was spun out on this man's channel, and he went to other channels to express what he felt. But through this whole thing, after Storm called me and he saw that paper, it was emotional to him. I had to look at it and think for a moment, and then I started back talking to Storm because Storm said he jumped up on his page. So why would Storm go back and look at anything? And it was just an interview, and everybody had said the same thing. So now we're going back to 2022 when this happened. Mind you, Braxton said he made $16,000 a month. He signed a contract in 2001. When he signed the contract in 2001, when this payment was made, Storm, what date was this payment made?
This payment was on January 6, 2022. So allegedly, this was the night that the grape happened. All right. And when Braxton woke up on January 7th, he had these Apple Pays, right? But he only shows the 3,000, the 3,000, the 980. Don't forget to pay her today. I won't. What he doesn't show is this last part. He said, I had a good time last night. Why would you ever say I had a good time last night if you had been raped?
Hold up. And Storm, let me ask you, if you have any children in the room, this is a time to remove them out because it's getting ready to get ugly. Now, I researched it myself. He said that he wiped the stuff. He had blood on the towel. Blood would have been on the sheets and everything else. But how do we know you didn't have hemorrhoids? Okay. So tell me, Storm, if a man is violated of that magnitude and you are that raped, as you say, what would happen? What would be going on? What would be his conclusion?
I went to Chat GPT, okay? And because why not ask Chat GPT?
Okay.
And wait. I literally had to put in first time bottoming advice so to learn about this. So y'all, I'm dedicated, okay? It says I asked if a man who has never bottomed was raped, would he be able to wait 2 days to go to the doctor? It says if a man who has never bottomed received anal penetration was raped, he should not wait 2 days to go to the doctor because of potential HIV exposing, STI prevention and treatment, injury assessment. Anal rape, especially in someone with no prior penetration experience, would cause tearing, bleeding, and internal damage. Early treatment reduces risk of infection and long-term complications. Now, when I first did that interview, my homeboy that live in LA, I ain't gonna say his name, but he is gay. And I don't know if he's a bottom or not, but I'm assuming, but I may be wrong. Anyway, he said, I don't believe this because if Braxton had been eating the night before, if he works out, if he eats a lot of protein, if he had not prepared to take anything, it would have been a shitty mess the next day. It would not have been just blood. It would have been a shitty mess the next day. A man, remember, Braxton allegedly is straight. He has a wife and he has a baby on the way, right? So if a man has never been anally penetrated, I'll use me. I've never been anally penetrated. For me to pass out and receive some sex, the next morning you would be ripped, blood, feces, and you wouldn't be able to walk. You wouldn't be able to just go hop in the shower and go about your day for a couple of days until you get back to LA. I'm gonna use another example. I've watched a lot of those prison documentaries on MSNBC. When those guys get raped, and a lot of times it's gang raping, the next day, the guards literally have to hold them up as they walk them to the nurse. Like they can't just get up and go walk to the nurse. They have to they literally hold them up and they're like, hey, I need you to use your legs. I need you to use your legs. I remember a vivid scene of them hoisting up a guy and taking him to the nurse. and he had just a trail of blood. I'm not trying to make light of it. But at the end of the day, this ain't all adding up. And what I started to think was this really great, or did Mark and Braxton have a relationship? Did they have a relationship?
Storm showed a picture in the beginning of a black car. That black car, Mark was supposed to go pick up Braxton. I don't know too many men gonna film another man picking him up. That's one. I don't think Mark is stupid enough to let this man film his car, say we going out to dinner, and take him back to the house and violate him. Why would he do that? What would be the purpose? Because he know he would be done got caught up. And the thing of that is, go ahead.
No, and I just thought about this too, Essie, and I just thought about this. Mark is the senior vice president at Tyler Perry Studios.
Correct.
What fucking senior vice president books a ticket for an extra?
None.
They got people to do that. Why would Mark, as a senior vice president, have booked this young man's ticket to come to Atlanta to film for the Oval? Why would the senior vice president do that? I just thought about that. They have plenty of people to do that. That's beneath a senior vice president to be booking people's tickets.
Well, this is the thing too. You said, Storm, that if a man had a head penetration like that, it would have been all messed up. So no disrespect, my First Amendment right, I can say, like, Braxton, he looked like he got a little sugar in his tank. 1, 2, all that time you stayed 2 days in Georgia, and you said you got raped, but you stayed 2 days in Georgia. Where did you spend that $7,000 in them 2 days? And then you waited till you came back to California, but how long in between there? We don't know the doctor dates. We haven't saw anything. How long did you wait afterwards to go to the doctor? Okay, when that happened. And also, you said you had a good time. So now they're saying that you are not a victim, but you may be a victim in your own mind because you didn't want nobody to know you had sugar in your tank and y'all was cool together. So if y'all was cool together and you got male friends, you're not going to want to tell the truth. But the tendencies from what I saw after Storm brought it to me, it's all messed up at this point. And I speak to you as an advocate, not trying to diminish nothing he said, but it's the principle of what has transpired and went on that made me have so many red flags. He said it was blood on the towel. We don't know. You could have hemorrhoids, okay? You said you stayed in Atlanta 2 days afterwards. You might have just didn't see Mark. You could have went and met someone else. And also, Tyler Perry, no disrespect to anyone, because if you are a victim, then you do what you do. I would pay nobody no $260 million for anything. You know why? What they are doing is illegal, and I'm not sure why the lawyers are not saying nothing. These actors are entrapping these people. So y'all saying what y'all want on the text messages. So it doesn't matter what we see. They got the rest of the text messages. So you're basically incriminating yourself trying to do these kind of things. And basically y'all making them entrapment. So really they should be suing these people for entrapment. And I wouldn't get nobody no $260 million because you sat up there with Tyler or whoever you was going back and forth with. Same with Mark and Braxton, and you guys went back and forth. So Braxton had something personal with this man, and this man don't want everybody to know his business. And what stood out most to me, when Storm sent me the letter from his attorney, that when he said rape, most lawyers don't put that on there. They say violated, sexual assault or something. He said Mark did not rape this man. Okay, so Mark didn't rape him, and we back in 2022, Storm, when you just sold those Cash Apps or those Apple Pay, right?
Yeah.
That was in 2020. So right now, y'all, 2022 of January, he got paid $7,000 to go and do whatever. He said that it was just Mark, but we don't know that because he stayed 2 more days in Atlanta. And then what after that, he go to doctor. But also, why did he say after 2022? Why wasn't he singing in? Why didn't he say something in 2022? Well, I think after that, at 2023. What was going on? It's like it went dead. He didn't say nothing.
and then he came back. So let's go back through some of these texts between him and Mark. Okay, so this is the Delta confirmation, and this is from. And it's from, oh, wait a minute. This is another detail I just peeped. Marky Swinton at yahoo.com. That means Mark paid for Braxton's flight from his personal account. This don't say Marky Swinton at Tyler Perry Studios. This is not a corporate email. This is Mark's personal email. So Mark personally paid for Braxton's flight to Atlanta. Hold up.
And you can't be mad that Storm is pointing out these details now, because if Mark lawyer hadn't contacted Storm, we wouldn't have looked back this far, because to know that you just targeted Storm, which is illegal, because now you targeted Storm and you didn't target anybody else. And we're going to get to that too. But we went all the way back now, because once I saw that letter, I just started asking questions. It had to make sense. And we're going to show you some other things that don't make sense. Yeah. Not saying whatever Braxton feel like happened, but we just saying it has to make sense.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we went through these texts before, but just real quick, okay, where you at? Meet me at door S3, walking the baggage claim now. You still in the terminal, or you off the escalator? So Mark paid for the flight personally, and also picked him up from the airport, waited for him. And y'all know Atlanta airport ain't no joke, right? He said, "Look, I'm here parked in the cell phone lot. As soon as you're walking outside, I will drive around." He waited for him. This is deeper than a working relationship, and that's the part we got to talk about. Boom. I'm checked in, brother. I'm on a plane. Have a safe flight. I'll be there to pick you up when you land. Why would a senior vice president pick up an extra in a show?
Tyler, Quarter people want to know. The people want to know. Since he made this, and this is the thing, Braxton, they asked Storm to remove his videos, and by law, we did that because we didn't have to do anything. But because of the integrity of what Storm carries on his page, we said, okay, we will shut it down. And Storm shut him down, and we responded, and we'll do that in a minute. We responded 2 days, not even 48 hours, no, 24 hours. Storm responded back in 24 hours. He's going to let you know what he said, but let's keep going, Storm.
Boom. Now, here's another text that Braxton put up. He said, "I'm headed to the airport now. I'm very excited to see you." Mark texted back and said, "Oh, me too, Braxton. Drive safe." So this was, and see, another thing Braxton did, he put these texts all out of order. He cut off a lot of shit so you couldn't really get the full context. Right. So as Braxton is heading to LAX airport, he texts Mark and say, "Hey, I'm very excited to see you. Oh, me too, Braxton. Smiley face, drive safe." What does that seem like to you?
You actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked at Braxton. Braxton, if you listening, I ain't trying to say nothing about you, but you seem like you have a little sugar chain, especially when I seen that choker around your neck. That was a nice choker, by the way, too. Did you buy that with that $7,000 that Mark gave you? Because right now it seemed like it was a little more personal, and this is not the first time it happened. Y'all just messed up when you served Storm that cease and desist, because we went back through everything he sent now, and look what's happening. And that was a good point, Storm. He didn't do it through his business account. He did it to his personal.
And I just thought about something else too. Hindsight's a motherfucker.
Come on.
When I was doing my show and I was going through those texts, that's when Braxton hopped in my chat. I just thought about it because I'm like, why didn't I read all of this off? So as I was asking those questions, he hopped in the chat because he probably knew I would let him up to get the interview. Oh, that's a slick. Oh, that's a slick. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying he's slick. He's slick.
He played on Storm emotions, and once we went back and started looking, it's gonna get good, y'all. This ain't even the icing on the cake yet. I'm just saying now, on both levels, we could tell that Mark's private. I went back through his stuff, and I'm gonna say, as an advocate, over 30 years, no disrespect, and he could be, I don't know, behind closed doors, but Mark don't have the demeanor of a rapist. He does not have the demeanor of a rapist. And why would you be happy to go see him? And this ain't your first time going to see him. This is just a time that he wanted us to know what happened.
Now, let's go. Boom. Let's read this. You're definitely right about that. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to spill everything to you, brother. Like, I'm happy to have you in my life, brother. Yeah, don't stress, brother. I can't even imagine how much work you got coming at you. You got this. I'll make sure to bring your energy back up and not stress, brother. I got your back. Yeah, get some food in you. And yeah, I haven't ate all day myself, and grab something to eat myself. Don't this remind you of the text between Tyler and Derek Dixon?
Yeah, but
It does
still,
to me.
it's
It does
still
to me because I
entrapment.
read that lawsuit.
Yeah, but it's entrapment. It's still entrapment. Y'all doing this, and then you're going to take it and sweet talk them and say what you want to say. But I would think Tyler Perry and them are smarter than this, and you're not, because you're sitting up there letting people trap you to do this. So let me make myself clear on this. In the state of Georgia, for sure, St. Louis is another state. If a person can tape you without you knowing it, if I'm in Georgia and I want to tape you, as long as I acknowledge that I know I'm taping you, I don't have to tell you anything. So Tyler, this is to protect you now. People come in with glasses, purses, buttons, ink pens, anything you could put on. I can have a tape recorder on right now in my earrings. I can have it on a button. So this is an easy way for them to transition to entrap you into that, which should be illegal, to entrap someone and then turn around and use it and then for monetary gain. I like that. Go store. And look how you put the little hearts by it. Look how you
Yeah.
put the little hearts by it. Right. That's
Now,
Mark them hearts, right? Mark is the hearts, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Now let me say another thing, because people in the chat was like, why he keeps saying brother every 5 seconds? Listen, that's how niggas flirt. That's how black men flirt with each other. You may look at the text or the DMs, like for example, let's say y'all think your man DL or whatever, right? So you start going through his messages with him and his homeboys. They call each other bro all the time. They also do that when they're flirting. So all that bro talk, brother, that don't mean shit. They not gonna say, "Ooh, my baby," "Ooh, my this," or "my that," because you got to remember, it's still two men. It's still two men. Men will suck each other off and dap each other up. Men will give each other back shots and then pull up their pants and be gang banging on the block. So don't think that signs of masculinity denotes any homosexuality, because it does not. I've had some famous niggas hit on me, and there was a whole bunch of bros in those messages. And I'm not gonna tell y'all who, because some of them niggas is real killers. All right, moving along.
They do that though because they don't want you to know that they're on the down low. So they're gonna use that code because they don't want that. And again, before I would pay out any money to anybody to see what these people are doing to Tyler Perry need to get his own advocate and go through each one of the people, because someone said that they told him to go to the human resources. Why didn't he go? Why didn't he go? I'm just asking. And remember, y'all, he had $7,000 to blow in 2 days out there in Atlanta the first time. We still don't know quite the date when he went to the doctor. We don't know what the doctor said, and we don't know what he told the doctor. But at this time, from what Storm explained, I wouldn't say it was what he said it was, rape. That's what they said it was not. And I'm not trying to demean what he said. I'm not trying to say it didn't happen. I'm just saying the facts don't stick, Braxton, now that we looked at everything. Go Storm.
All right. Braxton went on to say, hell yeah, and no, I understand, brother. You're not boring me. We are just better talking in person more. And I can't wait. And my day is going good. Just been sitting here thinking to myself about a lot of the things and how far I came and how I haven't realized how blessed I've been. I'll tell you everything tomorrow about the journey I've been having, because I don't have a lot of friends, Mark, and there's reasons towards that. And now God is paving the way for me. And you came in my life, and it's truly a blessing. But how is your day going?
And look what Braxton said. He said Braxton. Mark said Braxton. I have few friends too. It is hard to trust people. It is hard to be. See what I'm saying? That right there. He trusted Braxton, and Braxton turned around and used this entrapment to come at Mark like this, making it seem like it was something else and alluding to the fact all the text messages. you pretty much acting like you sweet on bro. Mark, I mean, it's basically telling the end of messages. And see, if Storm had read this, Storm probably would have stopped it. But Braxton came up there and gave his 2 cents because no one ever started going back asking about the dates. That was my first time. Storm, what was the date on this and what was the date? All this is going to pan out in a moment. No, you didn't say booty bandit. Oh my God.
You know the chat gonna do their thing.
They doing their thing. All right.
He said, man, Braxton, thanks. I didn't want to bore you by continuing to text you that I am excited, but I am excited. Mark was excited to see him. Why would Mark be so excited to see an extra in a TV show? He says, I am looking forward to you and me vibing and continuing to get to know each other tomorrow night, which is the alleged night that the grape happened, allegedly.
Come on, Storm.
We are going to have an awesome dinner at one of my favorite restaurants. And then we'll go to my house and chill for the night. This is a motherfucking date.
Wait a minute, Storm. Go back up to the top one. Go back up to the top one. What Braxton said right quick. That blue one at the top. Roll back down. Look. Go to that. What did that say right there?
He said, "Hey Mark, I want to say you are truly a great friend, brother, because no one has done this for me, and I appreciate you so much. God has led you to me for a reason. I'm so sick of y'all motherfuckers using God. God has led you to me for a reason."
And at the bottom, listen, after Storm started reading that, homeboy said, hell yeah, what? What's that bottom one say? Hell yeah, I understand.
Now
look at the bottom.
That was his text here. You see how he got him out of order.
Okay, got it.
So let's really look at the play. Apparently, Mark and Braxton had at least a telephone relationship for a long time, right? They had been talking. This sounds like the build-up. This sounds like okay. So Mark has been blessing him. What does that mean? To me, that got to be money. But I'll let y'all decide. I'll let you come to that conclusion in your head, right? So then they talk, and then Braxton gets that role on the Oval. How did he really get that role? Did he really audition, or did Mark just put him in there? I don't know. Mark personally flies him out. Why didn't Tyler Perry Studios pay for his flight? It came from Mark's personal email, not the corporate email. He get out there. They got dinner planned, drinks, and then chill at my house, and I'm picking you up from the airport. Nigga, Mark was ready to fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Mark was ready to fuck.
You don't know that for sure.
Mark was ready to fuck. Mark dick was hard. Let's get up out of here. I know Mark took that Viagra that morning. That dick was ready. Do you hear me? That dick was ready. Listen, I'm a man. I already know the play. This is what you do for women. This is what you do.
Out to dinner, y'all. He wanted to dine them out to dinner. You know, say he even told Braxton say he could say, I want to go back to your house. He was ready to go. Any more names? Text message.
We gonna go dinner, drinks, and then chill at my house. Why am I chilling with an extra in my TV show? And you know what the real problem? You know what the real problem is at Tyler Perry Studios? Y'all fraternize with your employees. That's the problem. This is all out of order. You're the senior vice president. There's no reason why you should be personally texting an extra in a TV show.
Hire help. And they were paying an extra $16,000 a month. That's a lot of money for an extra now.
Now, let's move right along, right? Okay, hold on. They start talking about their liquor. Don Julio, now 1942 is my favorite. And I occasionally do herbal. Okay. Mark said, yes, it has been cold here in Atlanta. Braxton says, I'm gonna bring some warm clothes. Mark said, do you mix your 1942 with anything in particular? Braxton said, just usually lemonade. So Mark even had your favorite liquor.
Let's go, Braxton. Since you told everybody the truth.
He had his favorite liquor. Man, oh my God.
Come on over to my place. Yeah.
Let's keep
Come
going.
on, these text messages juicy.
Golly. Okay.
Go back one song. What did he say? Good morning. Wait a minute. Go back one.
Yeah, he said, Braxton, good morning. I'm booking you a flight now. What is your middle name and your date of birth, and if you have a frequent flyer miles? And so he gave them all that. So that's just that's their email information. But this is what I wanted to get to, because we got all that. This right here. This is Braxton walking up to Mark's car.
All happy. He all happy like a humbug, ain't he? No, we ain't blaming on the alcohol. We're going to blame it on some other stuff. It ain't going to be alcohol. He knew what he was doing. What man does that? What man films him getting in another car with another dude? I don't know none. Damn. But we weren't hearing this when he was up here talking what he was saying, y'all. It's getting ready to get way deeper, people. Way deeper.
And I felt sorry for him. And I also have to be careful, because if I'm talking to an actual victim, you know, I have to handle them a certain way. I don't want to come at them crazy, but you got to tell us the whole story. You got to tell us. So this is what hoes do. This is what Instagram thotties do.
What date was that on that? What date was that when he went there? Do it show the date on there? Nah, July 6th.
This the date? Yeah.
July 6th. Mm-hmm. Oh, he just put it up July 6th. It didn't happen July 6th. He put it up July 6th. He was building his story. He was building his story up.
Now, okay. So now with that being said, I still kept saying, like, damn, why is these niggas this mad at me for simply telling just interviewing the guy? And I didn't add in extra shit. I was pretty neutral. I pride myself on being neutral, but it's so hurtful when I'm respectful and I continue to just get bullied and targeted by people like Tyler Perry Studios. Why are you worried about me? Why are you bullying me?
You light-skinned it, though. You light-skinned it. You light-skinned it. I'm just saying. Now, y'all, he's a handsome man, but let's go further. Now, what I noticed is, we went searching, y'all, because I needed to know after they did that. We wanted to know. Storm say, why him? There had been nothing in 2023 about this. Braxton said nothing. Braxton said nothing beginning of 2024. When was the first statement came out, Storm?
The first statement he made July 5th of 2025.
July 2025. But in their own Storm Live, he said, yeah, I got paid. It's all gone. Watch this, y'all. Storm, please tell them the first date he got paid.
The first date.
And the prices.
The first date that Braxton got paid from Mark Swinton and Tyler Perry Studios was November 1st of 2024. Wait a minute. Hold up. Here we go. Nobody really paid attention to this part because Braxton said, yeah, I settled. Because, okay, let me back up. No attorney wants to take Braxton's case. Why? Because he settled. Braxton settled with Mark Swinton and Tyler Perry Studios for $500,000. I want y'all to understand, for everything that Braxton is alleging of Mark, he settled for $500,000. Now Braxton says, I signed it under duress. They broke laws. It's null and void. And if y'all also remember real quick, when Braxton hit that link, I asked him, I said, you saying you settled already. What if they come back and sue you? And he said, I spent up all the money anyway.
Okay, so Storm, can you go back and call out the prices? Now watch this, you guys. This is just 10 months ago. 10 months ago, this dude had over $300,000. Were you up under mental duress or emotional duress when you were spending the money? Call the day, Storm.
I'm going to break it down. All right. So Swinton and Tyler Perry Studios agreed to pay Braxton $500,000. Okay. This was, and Braxton signed this agreement on October 31st, 2024. Okay. On November 1st of 2024, Braxton would receive a payment of $301,200, of which $201,200 goes to the attorney, and $100,000 is allocated to Braxton. So on November 1st, Braxton got an installment of $100,000. December 2nd, he got $39,760. January 3rd, he got $39,760. February 3rd, he got $39,760. March 3rd, he got $39,760. And on April 1st of 2025, he got the last payment of $39,760. Now,
so please tell. Go ahead, go ahead.
So from April 1st of 2025, you get paid $39,760. You back on the internet by July 5th of 2025. So you went through all of that money that motherfucking fast. No wonder they served me a cease and desist. Nigga, they just got done paying you. They just got done paying you off.
And nobody who picked this story up asked anything about the dates. That was the first thing I asked him. What was the dates? And then this is the thing. He got his last payment in April of this year. So he sat May and June. Oh, I need some more money. That's when he found Tasha K. That's when he came for Storm. Or that's when Storm saw him on his platform, and Storm broke the story. But it was Braxton's story. So Braxton got up here. Everybody was feeling sorry for him because he said he was a victim. But listen, people, and understand what I'm saying. He signed an NDA. So because he signed a NDA, he said he was up on emotional mental arrest. I can't 100% say that because you signed it. So you're basically saying it's okay that you ran up in me. It's okay that you did that to me. I'm going to sign this and get this money. And then when I'm done, I'm going to say it's emotional and mental duress. Right now, if I reported Braxton, I could get him for conspiracy, collusion, extortion, blackmail. Mark is sue for all that. Why? Because he never said nothing in 2023. He sat all this time up until last year when he signed the papers. Then, after he signed the papers and spent that money, that's when he got on there hollering about rape. They should be mad. They should be mad, and they shouldn't have started Storm. Now that was the wrong thing for you to do.
That was the wrong thing.
But you should have started Braxton.
Thank you. That was the whole thing as a part of this settlement agreement. And part of the settlement agreement, Braxton says he would never speak of this. He would delete all of the proof. Braxton broke this agreement through and through, right? According to this agreement, they can come back and sue him for all that money, right? But remember, he said, I don't care because I spent it already. Now, mind you, Braxton has a wife now, and he got a baby on the way, and he live in Los Angeles. Okay, hold up. We're gonna read the first part. The first part of the agreement is this: Tyler Perry Studios and Mark Swinton dispute and deny any and all liability to Wells and or any other allegations that Wells has leveled publicly or privately against Tyler Perry Studios or Mark Swinton, which motherfucking means in lawyer language, you signed an agreement saying that they did not rape you. Unless you're gonna tell me you signed this NDA and you didn't fucking read it, that first paragraph absolves them of any liability. So they're saying that yes, we're paying you, but we're also denying all of your claims, and you signed it.
But where they messed up at is when they served Storm, because now you said nothing happened, all this. But then why come serve Storm anything? So we know for sure, as a victim advocate, I know something happened. I'm not sure what it was. Even if you ain't doing that, but trying to be secretive about your sexuality or your relationship, because you would have never served Storm if that's the case. So that's what made us go back and start researching the text message, the dates, the times, because it had to make sense. Why would you just come for Storm? And of course, Storm people, we answered it. Didn't we, Storm? Y'all want to hear what Storm had to say? Yeah, Storm, legally.
Hold on, give me 1 second, because I want to pull up one more thing. Hold up.
Those are a lot of text messages, you guys. And why he's doing this is because Storm is an innocent bystander in this. They sent him saying cease and desist, but when we pulled up all those other factors, they got 72 hours. Regardless, whatever we finna show you out there, they got 72 hours to pull everything they got to do with Braxton because they came for Storm. If they don't pull everything in 72 hours, which will be Tuesday, that's when we wrote them, then they finna have real serious issues right now because Storm didn't ask for this. And the whole time I've ever known Storm, I've never seen him so like out of it. Like he was really hurt. He was trying to be there for Braxton. Like he felt Braxton pain. But then when he went and looked at everything, and after he got that cease and desist, it was like, did this dude play me? Did he play everybody? What's really going on? Because no matter what, was Braxton under mental duress when he was spending their money? And what did you spend their money on? Tell you what, Braxton, if you just want somebody to take your case, get them their $300,000 back, and I'll help you with your case. Really, as an advocate, I'm just letting you guys know on both parts, I can ask for an investigation against Braxton, and can I ask for one against Mark? But it's going to be entirely what Storm want to do at the end of this.
Now, here's the thing too. When I went to this other page of the confidentiality agreement / settlement, right?
Is that page 6 or 4?
This is page 4. It says
it's 10 pages now, y'all.
And it's only 10 pages. It says the parties acknowledge, represent, and agree that the claims asserted by Wells involve alleged conduct, all of which is denied, unrelated to any employment relationship between Wells and Swinton on the other hand. Even that says he didn't rape him. You still signed something said that he didn't rape you. This technically also means he didn't give you herpes. Mark is denying everything, and Braxton signed this shit.
And Storm number 5, look what it say number 5 what Wells say. Go back down some, go all the way down to the one more. Come right there. What that say? Read that one.
Wells acknowledges, represents, and agrees that he is not aware of any law, rule, or regulation that would render the provisions of this paragraph 8 unenforceable. And as a condition of Mark and Tyler Perry Studios entering into this agreement, agrees not to challenge the enforceability of any provision. He also signed you can't even fucking come back. It's done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Now, hypothetically, you guys, as an advocate, I'm going to show y'all something. If he hadn't did this, because Storm asked him when we was talking back and forth, Storm called and asked him for his email. He didn't want to give his email, but you gave this story online. Both parties could be at fault right now because on the right-hand side, Storm find that they read a part, Storm read me where it said, don't tell your mama, your daddy, your therapist, don't tell your dog, your cat. You cannot do that. You cannot tell someone who is mentally disturbed to not tell their therapist. Right now, that put Mark Swinton, if someone was to go back and put an investigation like me, and I put an investigation against all this on both parties, it will all be back open. But this ain't got nothing to do with me and Storm. This ain't our business. You made it our business when you served him a cease and desist. And from this day forward, no celebrity, I don't care what your name is, what's your protocol, don't send Storm shit else because we're going to battle it and we're going to win. And you're going to be sitting up and looking stupid. Don't do it. Yeah. Storm, please read the part where it said, go ahead.
Now it says, Wells agrees that the terms and conditions of this agreement, the nature of the underlying dispute, any fact or alleged fact giving rise to the underlying dispute of this agreement shall remain strictly confidential and shall not be disclosed to any other person other than Wells' attorneys, tax advisors, and or treating therapist or healthcare provider who shall also be advised of their confidentiality obligations and who shall agree to be bound by this confidentiality agreement. So this says you can talk to your therapist if they also agree to be bound by this, but you can't tell a therapist what confidentiality agreement to be bound to.
It's illegal to tell it is illegal to tell a therapist that they cannot. You can't tell a therapist that. Right there, Mark and his lawyer, period. His lawyer himself could be disbarred or held accountable because you're telling him don't talk to a mental person. And the mental person, y'all right, yeah, Essie defend them, and I dog walked them in that paperwork that we finna show y'all. By law, Mark could not send this man this saying don't talk to no therapist. And to know that Braxton had an attorney and the attorney let him sign this, it tells me either Braxton wasn't listening, Braxton didn't read this, Braxton was money hungry and he just wanted the money and this was his way out. But if you are a victim of such heinous crime like this, you would have started singing like a hummingbird right after it happened. Then you would have went to September to 2023, all this time. He didn't say nothing up until after he got that money. Then after he got that money, he started hollering about rape. And that right there is conspiracy, extortion. That is blackmail, and Braxton can be held on those charges alone because you did not say nothing about no rape to after you done spent your $300,000.
And now here's the thing. R. Cool said from now on, Storm, you need to add a disclaimer before all of your interviews. Well, my disclaimer is in my description box. So anybody that don't read it, my disclaimer is always there. Always has been, always will be.
And let me check mark that. Go, I'm sorry. Storm ain't got to do that. Everybody else already did. TMZ do a disclaimer? Did y'all do a disclaimer?
No.
All those people should have did a disclaimer. Storm just went out the story that had already been viral already. So you can do a disclaimer if it had been exclusive like that. But there was no exclusive. He hopped up on Storm page, and yes, Storm is going to get that interview. But let's go back and ask how many more people did a confidentiality or a disclaimer. By media type, you can't just do that because they're going to run with the story. And social media and bloggers have the same right as media outlet people. I'm sorry. So I just want to correct that because when you talk about Storm, what about all the other big bloggers who did it? What about all the media rights? Where's their confidentiality form? Y'all finna learn about law today. And as any blogger that's on here, pay attention when you see what Storm wrote back to his lawyers. Because yes, they gave Storm a case on a silver platter because you didn't have to do this. And I'm a victim's advocate. I got to pray about it, but I still have to see what Storm wants to do. Because right now, if I go and put an investigation on what Braxton said, and then I go put one on what Mark said, both of these people right now will be liable for criminal intent. Basically, conspiracy over here and over here. Because you shouldn't ask the man to sign nothing like that if it didn't happen. But we know something happened because why would they tell Storm to take it down? Of all people, Storm. You didn't call TMZ? Y'all didn't call Yahoo? Y'all didn't call Media Takeout? But in 72 hours, everybody who had this up about Braxton, if it's still up in 72 hours, Mark in Tyler Perry Studio got problems now. But if something should happen and we have a meeting and they said what's ever comfortable with Storm, then me and Storm walking away, we shutting up. It ain't nothing else to say. Y'all live with this lying Hollywood stuff yourself because it should have never came to Storm in the first place, period.
And lastly, a part of this agreement that Braxton signed, it says that if Braxton speaks out, he can be sued for liquidated damages at $50,000 per occurrence with a cap of $250,000 plus attorney's fees. So why are they not going after Braxton?
And it says something about restraining order. Finish reading down, Storm, where it says about the restraining order.
Nothing contained herein shall preclude Swinton, Tyler Perry Studios, and or a Tyler Perry release C from seeking equitable or civil relief, such as a temporary restraining order, injunction, or other equitable or civil remedies against Wells in connection with any alleged breach of this agreement.
So where is Braxton's restraining order? Why is Braxton video still up on the website? And everybody can listen what he says. And y'all better go get it now if you haven't seen it. He got all those videos on Instagram. Did y'all put a restraining order against him? I'm just asking. Where's that restraining order at? That's Braxton's signature? 11/5/24.
No. Braxton signed right here on the 31st.
No, that's when it was originated, right? Okay. So who is this? General counsel. That's his lawyer who signed, huh?
Oh, wait a minute. They got this for. Let me say this too. This is very unprofessional and formatted weird, but nonetheless, there go Braxton's signature right there.
And why is it crooked on the page? How you like y'all was in a rush to do it? Y'all nervous? You could tell you weren't supposed to do something. Both attorneys would be up on the investigation right now if this went any further, as me being as far as the advocate concerned. Because if he didn't understand his rights, then he shouldn't have signed it. That's more money than Braxton has seen all his life, $300,000. I would like a list of what he spent the money on, and how you gonna get up here and say you don't care? And yes, they could sue him. But being real, I feel like they should get him for entrapment. I feel like they should get him for conspiracy, extortion, and blackmail, because right now he got the money, and then he turned around 2 months later and came and got stormed. He came and got stormed 2 months after he had spent all the money. And up until July 5th, you didn't hear anything nowhere about Braxton saying he got raped. And being honest, what he told his doctors, now, here, tomorrow, or next year, it doesn't even matter right now, because you made yourself like a habitual liar, period. Now, to Storm response to Mark's lawyers. Go, Storm.
Okay, so it says, reason, legal threats and potential violations against Mr. Storm Monroe. Response and request for equal treatment and protection under law. Dear Mr. Miller, I am writing to you as a victim's advocate and mandated reporter with over 30 years of experience on behalf of Mr. Storm Monroe, a respected media figure and content creator known for using his YouTube platform to provide a space for victims to share their stories and for open discussions on matters of public interest. Okay, you said that I must express deep concern regarding what appears to be unequal legal targeting, potential violations of Mr. Monroe's constitutional rights, and the emotional and professional harm caused by these actions. And then we listed the First Amendment right.
Load up a little bit more, Sean. Load up a little bit so you can see some of them. Now, bloggers, if y'all don't know how somebody come to you, this is what you could do right here. These laws apply to anybody else. When they sit up here and going to charge you with cease and desist, and every other blogger got it. Go ahead, Storm.
Protects Mr. Monroe's right to freedom of speech and press, including digital media reporting. Restricts any party, public or private, from using legal intimidation to suppress truthful reporting, right? Then you listed the California Constitution, extends broader protections to journalists in California, including bloggers and podcasters. Shields non-traditional media from legal harassment when engaging in truthful public interest commentary, right? Another, we got all the codes, okay? All the codes. Now, over 30 media outlets have published or commented on similar or identical allegations involving Braxton and Mr. Swinton, including Soap Central, Media Takeout, The Christian Post, allhiphop.com, out.com, Yahoo Entertainment, The Root. Despite this, only Mr. Monroe has received legal threats or takedown demands from your office. This selective targeting raises critical questions of discrimination and violation of Mr. Monroe's First Amendment rights, abuse of legal process to suppress protected speech. Why you think they only came for me, Essie?
At this point, I'm not really sure. I just see somebody say Braxton came up on the platform and wanted to speak. How is that his fault? It ain't his fault. It's the point that he damn lied and y'all didn't ask no questions. And then they sent Storm a cease and desist. Why would they come for Storm? Because he light-skinned, or you didn't like him, or you wanted him, or did you not think we was going to look into it? And that what Storm was reading, they sent Storm a 2-page letter. I sent them 7 as a victim advocate on behalf of Storm. And we gave them 72 hours to get everybody who done did those same videos to remove them, or by law, Storm can legally take action at this point. If I should ask for an investigation as an advocate, both parties gonna have criminal intent, because I know how to file it to get it. Now, Braxton Hanna did what he did yesterday or the day before when Storm was talking to him. He act real like invasive. He didn't want to get no email. He wanted to seem like me and Storm was going to do a court lawsuit or whatever, and then he could come up and prove his part. You could tell the doctors whatever you want to tell them, but at the end of the day, what Storm just explained how it would be if you have sex with a man, then how would that be? Why would that be? Why was Storm a target for Mark and his attorneys? And whatever you guys do at this point, I'm saying Mr. Mark attorneys, Tyler Perry Studio, I think you should think wisely, because I know you got that 7-page letter and you guys got to 72 hours, which would be Tuesday. And after Tuesday, if we don't hear anything, if y'all want to do something, let us know. And Wednesday, he's going to start taking legal actions, because Storm didn't deserve this. Storm didn't deserve this, and he was really in shock, y'all. Storm usually be a trooper about everything. When he started explaining to me, I stayed up on hours with Storm. They don't know what they did to him in his spirit. Braxton sitting up here playing games like that. There are really people who are being violated. And if so what, whoever gay in Tyler Perry studio, their sexual preference has nothing to do with us. I wouldn't pay nobody no $260 million for anything, because all these people, the two men, y'all doing entrapment. You're doing conspiracy. You're doing collusion. Y'all blackmailing these people to get money, and you done flirted with them and slept with them, and then you want to have rape. It makes it bad for the real victims who have been victimized in this situation. I have no dog in this fight. The only person I'm fighting for Storm is Storm right now, because Storm is the victim in all of this. I've been off the mic for a whole year, ain't showed my face and ain't said nothing, no kind of way. But when I seen how Storm was so upset, and I can't even describe it, I was hurt. I've been calling him every day, all day. He said, I got to get back on and get my spirit up some. So he had to do an interview, because I want to make sure he was okay. You Hollywood people do all this, and you just think you could continue to violate people, and there's nothing to say. At this point, I don't feel like either one of them are credible because of the allegations that's been presented to me. And what is more sad about it, Braxton got paid less than 10 months ago, and he broke. And if you go back and research it, he never hollered about rape until after he got paid. If you wanted more money, you should have suggested then. So Braxton, your lawyers, Mark, y'all lawyers, y'all better go get Braxton and take all that down, because now you got more legal technicalities now. If Storm say, Essie, you know what? I don't feel like they did right by me. Could you go ahead and open an investigation against both of them to see if he did get raped and all this? Because it's going to be big. And could you find out why they told him that he couldn't talk to a therapist? Right then, Mark and his attorney could be held on legal technicalities because you told him not to talk to a lawyer. But again, that ain't my business. And that ain't Storm business, because after Steve Harvey, I'm really tired of all the bullshit with the Hollywood stuff, and y'all lying and doing all this, and you don't want to be held accountable. This time around, since you thought y'all were so much that you want to send Storm a cease and desist, Storm said, I'm going to call my lawyer. I said, Storm, let me get him a little bit. Let me get him, because this happened to me before, and they want to do the same thing to me. And a lawyer said that to me about Steve Harvey. I pretty much told him to go suck some nuts. I ain't trying to hear that from you. You violated me. You go suck nuts or whatever you want to do. But I kept my stuff up there. Storm was respectable enough to take those videos down, and he has lost money. He has been emotional. I ain't really been able to sleep because I worried about him. He was almost in tears because he was like, well, how do I keep believing it, Essie? And why wouldn't he not believe it? It was all over the internet. The man's on his own page saying it. And you're not going to put a restraining order against Braxton? Y'all got 48 hours. We gave them the weekend to think about my letter. So you have to know, if they sent Storm 2 pages and I sent them 7, we are not playing no games. And Tyler Perry, after this, you may need to get an advocate or someone to work in your industry who knows the law and as well knows about being victimized, because right now they are doing entrapment on all this situation, and it's a problem. And whoever's calling me, I'm not going to take that call, but I'm saying right now it's imperative that we stand together as one. If any bloggers to Tuesday get any cease and desist on any of their platforms, please send it to Storm so we'll know. Because you could do a class action lawsuit right now too. But Storm don't need no help to do one, because you picked him out and then put him up under stress. And it's not what I say, it's what I can prove. So at this point, no disrespect, Storm's in the head seat, because we don't know what's a lie and what's the truth. But the way Storm broke it down, it would allude to the fact that there was something personal going on with the emails, with the conversation, with the text messages. But it also alluded to the fact, from what I read as an advocate, that it was entrapment. And then Mark said he's very private. You did that, Braxton, trying to get more money. You got $300,000. Say, yes, I'm asking, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to sign this. And then you're going to get back on here and say you don't understand the law. But did you understand the law when you were spending his $300,000? I'm just asking, what did you do with the $300,000? In 10 months, you broke. And so at this point, nobody's playing no games with you. And no, Storm is not going to take any more calls from Braxton. And we're going to wait till Tuesday, and we're going to give them a respectable. We gave them 72 hours. They gave Storm 2 days. Storm took his down less than 8 hours. We addressed them less than 24 hours, and we gave them 72 hours. 12 o'clock Tuesday, we give you a little more time. Wednesday, we'll know what's up. And if they decide they want to do some type of anything with Storm, that will not come back on the internet. It will not be for Storm to explain, and it will not be for me to say anything else about this case. But this time, I'm tired of y'all sending him cease and desist. Send him something else so we can come for you too. Because right now, none of y'all can win this one. Nowhere around, because there is criminal intent on Mark's part for saying he couldn't do the therapist. The lawyer wrote it. And it's criminal intent on Braxton's part because he got up on the internet and said all this, but he never told y'all the date when he got paid, which is relevant right now. Because if you go back and research, before he got paid in October or November, there was nothing about no rape on this internet, nowhere about Braxton. So now he looks like a liar.
Point blank, period.
Storm, how do you feel like this happened? Because now I know how you were when this happened, and he was a little worried because it always happened. He could have lost his channel. They could have struck all 3 of his videos, and his channel could have been all the way took down. But Braxton stuff is still up over there, and other people's stuff is over there too. What did you feel, Storm, when the whole thing happened? You know, I know, but I want them to know for you.
Oh man, see, it was almost like I felt like I wanted to hyperventilate because it's just like, not again, you know. And then, like you just said, they put up 3. And here's another thing too. They chose those 3 videos. Why? Because I had some shorts up too. It was more than 3. Why not take all the videos down? Why just those 3? Why? Because like you just said, 3 strikes and you're out. So they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing, and it was just like, once again, somebody's coming for me, coming for my livelihood, causing me all kinds of stress, physically and emotionally. I ain't been able to sleep. You've been on the phone for hours.
Because I was scared, Storm. I was scared. The way you were, I was scared. You know, it was that serious. You know, like Storm, he's been up under some stress before, but this now is the 3rd time that we had to come and put somebody on blast like this because of your incompetency and thinking you're going to punk someone. This to me just went a little too far though, because you said rape. And really, when that lawyer wrote that out and said Mark said that he did not, the way he said it, just that little terminology of what Mark said, I'm going to be honest with you, I believed him. And then I had to go back and watch Mark's demeanor. He might be freaky behind closed doors, whatever he do, but a demeanor of a rapist, no, I don't see that. And I don't know what you call them when men get paid for money behind closed doors like that. Besides, you know, like a gigolo, or you know, get money or whatever.
That's just gay for pay.
What's it called?
That's just gay for pay. So if a man is straight, but he'll perform sex acts with a man for pay, that's just called gay for pay.
See, so we at this time we don't really know what. Storm's not gonna need a lawyer. Storm's not gonna need a lawyer because Braxton already know he's in trouble. And also Storm's not gonna need a lawyer because Mark him know that this was totally wrong, and they know that they're not gonna be able to remove all those videos. And did you hear what Storm said? No, not again. You know what I'm saying? That's emotional. This is his livelihood. Why do you Hollywood people think that y'all can make money and do stuff, and then you do all this ratchet stuff and nobody's supposed to talk about it? So at this point, nobody else better flag Story page, especially if the story's already out there or any other blogger. But I don't know no blogger who got served. Do you? Do y'all? So if nobody else got it by Storm, I'm not sure why they targeted him. But the bad part, when you targeted him, we went back and started doing research, and it didn't make sense. The money, and I'll be honest with you, when Storm went back, I said, Storm, when he got the money. When Storm saw it was 2024, he's like, Essie, this was last year. Now that would be a reason for those people to be mad, don't you think? They just gave this man $500,000. So what is Glory got a percentage of it? It was still for him. And if you paid him, You basically saying that it was okay for whatever happened to you, Braxton. That's and see, mentally, he probably messed up now because he know he done slept with a man and he didn't want everybody to know he was like on the low key, a little sweet in the tank. So you want to make that story up.
So I just got a text.
And it was the same person calling me.
I don't know. This is from a 337 area code.
And what would it say?
So it's from a Louisiana area code. That's weird. But it says, "Get off live. Tyler is planning something. I am trying to warn you. He is watching the live."
Congratulations to Tyler Perry. Don't be sitting up here threatening nobody, because right now Mark has did a criminal intent to tell Braxton that he cannot go to a therapist. So don't do that one. And whatever Braxton said, y'all need to take that up with Braxton. See, that's what you don't want to do, Tyler. At this point, as an advocate, I can investigate all allegations. So don't tell nobody what they better do. Y'all should be shaming yourself. Storm, didn't I send you a law when it says if you threaten the advocate, what happens? There's a law against that. And it says that I can bring investigation against both of you. What you should have did, Tyler, is told Mark and his lawyer, don't mess with Storm. Why would you do that? So y'all want us to get offline now because you know it's going to go viral. So let me see what the number was that called me, because my number up there too. Okay?
Oh, no.
Y'all better get offline. And then what?
Oh, no, he said, "I'm not trying to threaten you. I don't agree with none of this of what he's doing, just giving you a heads up."
Okay, but then tell us why you feel like we should get offline, because Tyler's watching this. And basically, I put you up on game, Tyler. I put you up on game to let you know that both parties can go to jail for this either way. I also told you, Tyler, that it's entrapment for them to do you like this. I also said that you should watch people when they come into your facility now, because they can use glasses, buttons, rings, toes, whatever. So what you should do is have Mark's lawyer send Storm an apology and whatever else, because of the mental, emotional arrest you put him up under. Don't nobody care that y'all got money like that. And I don't like when nobody say what you better do. We ain't better do never stay black and die. Go over there to Instagram and take that dude Braxton Page down. Since you watching, if you was watching, you would have told Mark him, don't mess with Storm. And I know y'all got problems now because y'all done seen how I done been on the internet with Steve Harvey, and I didn't take no money. So at this point, don't try to sit up here and pump nobody. And this man is emotion stricken by what you have done. So you mean to tell me now we done took the videos down and he can't even say how he feel? You got the wrong one to be doing that. And at this point, please don't call and threaten me, because now, Tyler, if Storm say put an investigation against all y'all, that's what I'm going to do. At the end of the day, everybody can be held criminal, Mark and him. We just want to be out of it. But why should he shut up? And y'all done threaten him behind closed doors. That's why we got public, because that's what y'all celebrities do. Y'all threaten people behind closed doors and you don't want them to say anything. Then you turn around and try to make people look stupid. I'm in my element right now. Tell Mark to send you that 7-page document that I sent on behalf of Storm and the violations, and also what an advocate can do for a victim. Storm is being victimized right now, and that's just another problem right there. Just you're going to call him online and tell him he better get off because Tyler planning something. Well, you should have planned something way before now, brother. How dare you? Well, somebody say, why would Tyler Perry waste time listening to this mess? Well, the contract said Tyler Perry Studio. He signed that mess. Why would he let somebody sign that? He could have just did it between Mark. Mark put Tyler Perry Studio on the NDA. If you listen to mess, why would Tyler Perry let his vice president send Storm anything? Get off the line and do what? Don't do that. Go find Medea. Y'all find some Jesus right now, because you're going to need it. Don't play. How dare you? Did that make you nervous? How did that make you feel to get that text right now?
Of course, I feel some kind of way, because now it's like, now basically what they're saying is this is almost moving like a mafia. Like, you can't say that, you can't speak out. You can't, they're literally trying to intimidate me.
337 was area code?
Yeah.
They called me. So now, if you want to call back, I'll put you on speakerphone and say what? So you text Storm and you called me. But my thing is, let me tell you something right now, straight up. This is not about me, and this is not about Storm. Mark Lawyers made it about Storm. Don't threaten Storm no more, because in 24 hours, I will have this whole shit up under investigation, including Tyler Perry's studio. Tyler, I pretty much like you. I don't really care what nobody say. I think you done set up and got on your high horse that you forgot about realness and purity, and you letting these people get away with a lot of things. Just because you got money, you can't just threaten little people like that. So like behind closed doors when we got this live, if you want to say something else, but at this time, if you try anything else with this situation, I'm going to open a criminal investigation on everything that I know as far as an advocate is concerned on Storm's behalf. Storm asked me to wait because he wanted to see the clarity of what Mark Lawyer will bring. But at the end of the day, I'm in this field to win it. I do this all day long, every day, all day. So I'm really not the one to threaten. And you personal friends with Steve Harvey, you better go ask him. Look what he ended up with. I'm not here playing no games with nobody. And how dare you threaten Storm and say anything? And you guys knew you were wrong in the first place. If that's the case, keep your business to yourself. 5 people that you want to sleep with them, keep your mouth closed, because y'all moving all raggedy. Y'all ain't even moving like real, like gangsters. If you say you're moving real raggedy, you're moving real sloppy, and you got sloppy lawyers, because right now I can go and turn Mark's lawyer in for what he just did, sending that to Storm. So what you should be doing is sending Storm something, the email saying, what do you want to do to fix this, Storm? And tell Essie, go somewhere and shut up and sit down, because now what you just did, that really just pissed me off. But I'm going to be cool with it. And knowing that Storm just got the text message from that person, do you know that person?
Oh, I don't know who that is at all.
See how they get you on the, see what I'm saying? Ooh, we scared. And y'all acting like we don't care, Tyler. We don't care about any of this. We just want to know why Mark Lawyer had to do this to Storm. And then look how Storm felt just then. You know he feels some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So now he came to tell y'all what went on because of what? We took the videos down. Why don't you go ask some people to take their videos down? But y'all gonna have some real serious issues legally if you don't. So whatever Tyler, and what do he mean when he say Tyler planning? Planning what? They didn't know we were gonna go live, and they didn't know we were going to do this, and neither did I. I did not want to come on camera to do this. I did not want to go at these people, but Storm is not in this alone. Your 2 pages of legal document came into 7 pages, and there are criminal intents on those pages as well. Legally and mentally, physically, a whole 9 yards. It protects Storm, and both of y'all on those documents show that both of y'all have a criminal intent. So you need to figure out what you're going to do right now, because Storm is safe. Bring something else to Storm and see what I do as an advocate. And I suggest that you go and research, can a victim's advocate place an investigation on these allegations? It's going to tell you yes. So please don't threaten him no more, because we ain't got no beef with you, Tyler. Just go on and do what you're going to do. Give him his apology and do what you're going to do.
And my thing is, this live was actually I mean, we really broke the stuff down today, Essie. We a good team,
yeah.
Essie.
Yeah. Hey, now y'all wait. I talk fast, but when you bring legal stuff to me, I'm in my element. And when I finished Storm document, Storm was like, shit, what's up? And that's what we said now. What's up? Tyler, at the end of the day, this is not to disrespect you or your vice president. I understand that he likes privacy, and so do we. I had not been on this internet, but for Storm, I will dance through rain, thunderstorm, and lightning. It's whatever it is. At this time, y'all need to fix the situation, because I've been enough of this Hollywood stuff that I don't want to be involved in anything else of no technicalities. But if you think you're going to come for Storm this time, and it's going to be like it's been in the past and all these people doing cease and desist, I took it personal because of what Braxton said happened to him. We never said we believe Braxton. If we believe Braxton, we wouldn't have said nothing at all. That's why we're on here. And I just told you that Braxton can be charged with entrapment, conspiracy, collusion, blackmail, and extortion for what he just done. So what do you want me to do, Tyler? And Mark, you could be accused and you could be criminally charged, and your lawyer, for telling Braxton that he cannot report rape. It's a certain way that you got to fill documents out in order to make everything stick. I have enough documents to make a criminal investigation on both of you guys. I don't care for that. Just fix whatever you're gonna fix with Storm. We will leave the videos down. It's not that important for us to put the videos back up, but it was for Storm as a person, a blogger, and media outlet to come and tell his truth. Y'all just punked us behind closed doors. You didn't think nobody was gonna say anything. He wasn't supposed to say nothing. And Storm was very, I don't know, it was just very emotional. He wanted to get on here and just go up. I say, Storm, please don't do that.
I know. Yeah, you had to talk me down because I was finna go.
Man.
I was finna drag.
And you already know how Storm, man. I was laughing, but he was emotional. It's just everything clashed him at once. So Tyler, when y'all coming at people, just don't think about yourselves. Think about other people. You want us to think about you, but you don't want to think about other people. It's not that kind of party. And let me tell you something else. Don't send Storm nothing else saying better. You would have did better saying, would y'all please just get off the internet and let Tyler contact you. When you say better, like better what? Y'all did this. He didn't do it. And at the end of the day, why did you call for Storm? Why was it so important for you not to go for TMZ and all the media takeout? Why Storm? That's all I'm saying now. And if you ain't got no good answer, the judge ain't gonna want to hear what you got to say because they got to go back and see everything all these other people said about Braxton on YouTube and through the media outlets. And Storm got a case on a silver platter. But we thank you for calling, warning us, whoever you are. And Storm, maybe you might want to contact them behind closed doors so y'all could call us back. But right now, we ain't playing that. And Tyler, again, in the state of Georgia, if somebody calls you and they talking on the phone, they can tape you. So you better be careful with that too. It's legal. I ain't got to tell you I'm taping you. I could tape you. In California, you can't do that. Certain other states, you can't do that. Storm, did that make you feel nervous when they just did that?
Sure did.
Did that scare you?
Sure did.
Why?
You know, it's when you're dealing with someone as powerful or an entity as powerful as Tyler Perry Studios, how can you really defend yourself against them?
Right. And at this point, the only evidence Storm got is this video that we putting out here. And check it out. Storm gonna put it on his website. Y'all can't pull it. He could have took all that stuff, 3 videos that y'all tell him to take down. He could have put it on his website, and I could have put it on mine. But after I went back and researched it as an advocate, I could not fairly say, Storm, you should not take those videos down. And Storm agreed. So for you to sit up here and threaten him, and we didn't take nobody's side. I'm taking Storm's side. I said both sides are wrong. Y'all should be trying to make this right now. And Tyler, thank you for watching us. That just let us know that that's powerful to know that you that nervous, whatever Storm's going to do. Because Storm didn't read that whole contract to you guys, but I might just put it up there so y'all can see the allegations that I made against Mark and the allegations that I made against Braxton and what both parties can be charged with. But again, this is not our business. You made it our business. So how are you going to fix it, Tyler? Because your name is on that NDA, which will hold you liable. And if I did an investigation, I would have to do an investigation on your organization too, because you've already been claimed with something, but this had to do with Mark. But because TP Studios is on that document and he wrote it on behalf of Tyler Perry Studio to Storm, then you got issues too now, Tyler. And we're not disrespectful, but do not come up here and threaten nobody. Don't do that, because y'all did that behind closed doors. And what you're upset about, you didn't know that Storm was going to get online and tell it today. Being real, I saved y'all because Storm was going to come on and drag everybody. Storm got the paperwork. Storm said, I can't do it. He was all, I said, Storm, I had to beg Storm, please calm down, baby. Let's think about it. Let's do this rationally so we can break everything down. So this was to say, Tyler, we don't 100% believe Braxton, but if that's what Braxton said, what it is. Mark, we know that you're a private person. That's why we put this out there. But y'all ain't going to do this behind closed doors and then punk us and then nobody knows what's going on. So this was just a little bit of clarity for Storm to be able to protect himself now. Because if we don't, you guys do sneaky stuff behind closed doors.
That part.
And don't get mad at you intelligent. Stop it. Come on now. And if I get on your nerve, thank you, Renee. Go over there on Tyler page or whoever page. At the end of the day, this is about business. A victim came to Storm and told Storm these things, but he came to other people too. And then he got paid to be victimized or say he got victimized, because really when he got paid, it was like he was okay. Don't you think? When he got paid, it was like, hey, it didn't happen. But soon as the money went away, then he said it happened. And if I'm looking at the documents, right, on the documents, Braxton never said nothing about rape until after he got that money. Am I correct, Storm? Nothing.
You're right.
After 2020, he didn't say nothing up until October 2024. And then he signed that. And then he just said it this year. So whatever he done did behind closed door with his doctors, I'm not even sure that would stick. I would have to read his documents as well. Yeah, shake my head.
Well,
Shake my head.
Well, I'm gonna say this. This has been an interesting day. It's been an interesting.
Are you okay, though, Storm? Because I saw your demeanor change a little bit. I already know how you feel. I mean, I really went through that with Steve Harvey, so I get it.
Yeah, it's just like it's just stressful. It's just like, oh God, not again. Like, I don't have no time for this. But what do we do? What can we do?
But he said you better take the video down. What was the text message one more time?
Oh, okay. Whoever this is. It says you should take the video. No, you should get off live. It don't say take the video down. It just says get off live. It says I'm in a group chat with all of them and his associates, including a certain Creole witch who he's friends with. Don't want to say names, but use context.
So they're in a group chat right now watching this.
Allegedly.
Well, then Tyler fix it, because I ain't trying to do no paperwork on nobody. And at the end of the day, Storm, what do you want out of this, Storm? You want an apology? You want? Oh, we won't even say, because right now we don't even know if they're gonna take the videos down like we asked them to do. We don't know if they're gonna connect every site and go on every site and say, hey, we want that took down. We gave them 72 hours. So if 72 hours won't be up to 9 o'clock Tuesday morning, but we're gonna wait till 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, and then we'll see from there. Out of respect, we're gonna wait for Mark Lawyer to call. This video will not be taken down. This video will not be taken down. And if you threaten Storm to take it down, and I'm up here saying that he's a victim, 100% beyond the shadow of doubt, I will have investigation on everybody as an advocate. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah, he threatened. See, threatened and coerced. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you believe that Braxton was threatened and coerced, Storm? What you reading?
Oh no, I was trying to look up that number. Okay, I said it one more time. My bad.
Do you think that Braxton was coerced?
I think that's what Braxton was alleging, that he was coerced. Like when he signed the agreement, he really didn't understand it. He said his lawyer didn't protect him. His rights were violated. So that's why Braxton is saying the whole settlement in itself, the confidentiality, all of it is null and void. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. But for me, where I have to look at Braxton weird is that he didn't give us the full context of those texts. He was cutting, like, if you got to tell it all.
Right. And even what Braxton don't realize is two sides. Huh?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. Even if it makes you look bad. Yeah.
It's two sides to every story. And Braxton just rolled up what he wanted us to see. From what we know from another source, there are other messages in those text messages, which we are not going to read. We're not going to put them out. But Tyler and everybody got to know, Storm is very well connected in the industry. And I'm connected as well in a lot of places that you guys don't know. So at this time, this is, again, it's not my business, it's not Storm. You made it the business when you got the paperwork to Storm. So what should we have done differently that would just shut up and not say nothing? Took the videos down and act like it didn't happen? Me sitting up here watching Storm have a meltdown behind closed doors. I felt like this was the way for Storm to tell what happened. And I'm up here to protect Storm rights. Maybe you should, Tyler Perry, get someone to protect your people's rights or an advocate, and you wouldn't be going through that, especially with that boy Dixon over there, $260 million, and y'all still be trying to threaten Storm. You should be worried about that, if the truth be told. And we're not trying to be disrespectful. It's just what it is right now. And God bless people who sit up here and want to be vindictive, we pray for you. We pray for our enemies. We pray for our friends. But I pray more for surviving victims who have gone through things like that. And Braxton makes it bad for real victims because you took money to shut your mouth about being violated. And then you turn around trying to get a lawsuit so you can get more money. You'll end up in jail, if anything. So with that, Storm, I mean, I think you broke everything out.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get like that questions. You can.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave it there because I gotta give me something to eat and then I gotta come back because I got celebrity topics to talk about tonight.
and I'm coming back probably a few minutes on my page because I know people want to ask questions. God bless you guys for being here for Storm. God bless you guys for just standing for him. I would not have stepped in this if I didn't feel like they violated Storm in any kind of way. God is number one. There is no one on this earth more powerful than God. I don't care what kind of money you got, what you do, what you threaten. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. God said he will make your enemies your footstool. And what you should have did is you could have came better with this. You should have never came like this to Storm. With that, I'm going to say God bless you guys. Take care. Storm, you know I got your back. We will hear whatever it has to be on the and I was gonna put the documents out there. I'm not even gonna put Storm documents out there to show all the criminal intent you did. We're gonna be nice about it because you're gonna tell me what I can and can't take down. EssieBerry.com is my my website, and Storm has his Storm Monroe TV, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Is that yours? .com. So if it comes down to it, that's why I came off of YouTube. I would rather be on my own platform because of things like this. You can't silence the whole world, and you definitely can't silence victims. If anything, Tyler, we really just did you a mark of favor. So now what are you guys going to do? Take care of yourself. God bless you guys. I have to get me something to eat too. I'll see my family on the other side over there. And Storm, we'll wait to see what's happening this weekend. Don't stress about that phone call. And if someone should call you, I'm going to be on two-way. So you better tread lightly when you call Storm because he will put me on the line with him. This is a case now that you guys made me build against you. You ain't saying that to him. This never would have happened. So I'm protecting Storm on every level necessary. And he's already protected legally. It's your turn to make a move now. To that, you guys, God bless and take care.
Good night.
Good night, baby.
It's a Storm Show. Ay, it's a Storm Show.